what camp season is hiring time. They're looking to hire or fire you. If you can mess up so many things during the regular season and no one says a word, right? Or it kind of shows up on a blip. But if you mess up something at camp, it's heightened because this is hiring time. They're trying to hire and fire. You could do 5 years and they don't see any, they haven't moved you up. And they can say, hey, I'm not moving them up. People might say, I kind of like them, don't know. But then you go to camp and you don't do well, they don't look at you more. You do well, you do well at camp. They go like, oh shoot, I need to look at him again or her again. So camp season is hiring time. And when I say that, because remember, this is a job interview. And if you were at any other job, right? And let's throw it out there. I'm going to work for Apple. You would figure out who's your supervisor you're going to work for, right? You're going to figure out the temperature of who made Apple. And if you're going to a job with Apple, you're going to say who made Apple, what is Steve Jobs' whole thing? What is you're going to learn everything about the company before you even go into there. What's their mission statement? What is their staff look like? What is their type of temperament? I'll give another example. Who's been to Trader Joe's before? Trader Joe's is my type of people. You walk in there, people got the Hawaiian shirts like, yo, what's up? They greet you as you walk in. Good morning. Can I get this for you? You want samples? Yo, they all about customer service. You kind of get a feel for that. When you go to camp, right? Every one of these any one of these clinicians, right? Go watch their games. Like, who's gonna be my clinician? You've seen Joe Facili a bunch of times, right? You know what Joe's looking for. You know what some of these referees are. When you watch them referee, you know exactly, this is how they deal with stuff. This is how they manage stuff. You got a kind of an idea. Or, the referees who call a lot of travels, a lot of hand checks, a lot of, if you don't call them, they're going to say it. And what did the supervisor want? I know the supervisor don't want it. I might not like it, but the supervisor wants it. They're going to say it, right? So you kind of know that. So that's what you got to bring into it. And the reason why I mentioned your clinicians is because if you know the clinician and some of the stuff they do, it would kind of give you a good idea of how you speak with them. I'll give you an example. Eric Bruton, WNBA guy, right? I've seen him enough. Even before I got on the court, I kind of knew how he did things and how he managed people and how he communicated, right? A lot of ways, EB could be real black and white about stuff, and he didn't care. He was like, yo, this is what we doing. They stepped over the line, technical foul, right? But you also got to know he might come with, hey, listen, on the hindsight, I know that's the right call, but try to figure out better ways to do this or do that, right? Well, other referees is like, you'll come in and be like, yo, that's a handshake. You need that arm bar. That's what they want. You got to call. You're like, all right. So it is kind of I got good at like understanding what some observers were doing, right? And I would listen to what they would say after the first quarter, and I'll say this, that y'all don't get that much time anymore. Now y'all got like a half, and then y'all are off. So you have to adjust to that as quick as possible. First, when they give you feedback, you got to come back with the change.